Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Scrap the Challenge with Kelly Barron and I. And what we are doing this week is we are issuing a challenge to create a layout that is not Christmas themed but uses our Christmas stash. And this was a challenge that was issued by one of our viewers. And so this is going to be really fun, and I actually really enjoyed this, and I had the perfect photograph to work with for this layout. So I just took this stencil that kind of resembles falling snow, or it could resemble falling snow, and I'm just using some modeling paste, some golden modeling paste, and I'm just putting that through the stencil to create the appearance of snow falling from obviously the top going down. And I'll just let that dry, and then I'll fill in that center area. And I think I do that off camera, but it's just the same thing as what you saw me doing there already with the modeling paste. And now I'm just taking some Shimmer's Inklings, and I'm just going to create some color that's going to go behind my photograph using the packaging technique. So I've just taken some water, I've moistened the inklings, and I've just put them onto that paper or onto the plastic with my brush. And then I just adhered that, or got that spread out there. And now I'm just taking the pink, and I am going to do the same thing and just put some splatters in both colors down. So these are really, really beautiful products. They're so shimmery, thus the name Shimmers. They definitely have a beautiful shimmer and sheen on the paper, and I just really love how they look. So the colors that I'm going to be using on this layout are going to be a really soft pink and that kind of aqua color. And so these Shimmer's Inklings went well with the paper that I'm going to be using, and I didn't put any gesso on my paper at all. This doesn't have a ton of water mixed with it, so the cardstock can take this. I'm not going to rub it on there or anything like that. It's just gently applied, so it will absorb nicely into the paper, and it really doesn't warp too much either. So this worked well. And I'm actually going to, off camera, just add a little bit more color once I realize how big my picture is, and I obviously don't want to cover this all up. So I do add a little bit more to this color base so that there is some kind of peeking out around the edges of my photograph. So now I've got that all completed, and you can see that I've got the rest of the molding paste or the modeling paste up top. And I'm going to just stick this all down to a piece of black and white striped pattern paper, and I am going to just leave that pattern paper complete. I'm not going to gut it, just because my paper did warp a little bit. I want to give it that whole sheet of paper to back onto. So I'm going to use quite a bit of adhesive here, and then I'll just flip the papers over and give them a really good stretch, and then we should be really good to go with the rest of the layout here. So you'll just see me trying to eye that up just to make sure. I just hold on to it above exactly where I want to go before I let go of it. You don't want to let go of it before you know you have it in the right spot, because the adhesive in the ATG gun is not very forgiving. Obviously, it will stick and it will tear your paper, and you will have to start over. And I am speaking from experience. So I am going to just take these really gorgeous papers from the Sugar Plum collection from My Mind's Eye. This is a new collection for Christmas this year, and I did get the 12 by 12s, but I also got the 6 by 6 pad, and that's what I'm using for layering behind my photo here. So you can see how those inklings just look so pretty with the tones in the glittery paper, and I just really love that. And the little glitter in the paper just adds that extra little bit of pop to the layout, and I really like that. And I do repeat that glitter here and there in different spots, and you'll see that as I go here. So I've printed my photograph in a complete square. It's 3.5 by 3.5. And I have printed it. I actually saved a filter onto it, but I also printed it on my Picturemate in black and white, just to strengthen the tones of black and white in the photograph. And I just really liked how that looked. And what I'm just taking a picture of here, what I took a picture of and I'm documenting here, is that, you know, it snowed here last week, or I guess when this video goes up, it will already be November, but it snowed October 5th here, the week of October 5th. And I don't ever remember having snow that early here in Saskatchewan. We get lots of snow in the winter, but not typically that early. Like sometimes we'll have snow by Halloween, but usually it's just like enough to kind of make the ground kind of wet and messy. But we usually don't have snow that stays until, you know, into November. So this was actually really depressing. I know it looks so pretty and gorgeous, and I'm actually smiling in the photograph, but it's really a sarcastic smile. It's kind of like an ironic smile. It's like, really, seriously? And that's what I'm documenting here, is like, how can this be? It was really horrible driving to work that week. The roads were really bad. So anyways, that's what the layout is about. And so you can see that I've taken some little snowflake die cuts, and I actually cut those out of some Chamel paper from last year's Chamel Christmas line, and I just cut those on my Cameo. And then the little glittery pieces, the die cuts on there, are from that Sugar Plum collection, and the little banner die cut is from that collection as well. And I just wanted to use that to bring that pink in again over in that area where I'm going to put the title, and I've just put the date on that little banner there as well. I just wrote that with my handwriting, and I'm going to take these so gorgeous Dear Lizzy thickers. I love these, and I just thought they looked perfect for this layout with the black and white and the little polka dots, and it kind of is reminiscent and repeats the snowflake theme from above, the little falling dots. And so I'm just going to offset these as my title, and my main title is going to be Seriously, and a question mark. And really, that is exactly how I felt. It was just like, are you kidding me right now? When it first started to snow, I just thought, oh, well, no problem. It'll melt by the weekend. Well, not so much. So anyways, by the time this video goes up, I guess we'll see where we're at with the snow here, but hopefully it has all melted by then. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So I'm just going to put a little question mark at the end there, and then the rest of my title, I'm actually going to use some little alphas from the Felicity Jane kit a while back that were just little sticker alphas, and I'm going to put the words "too soon" there. So seriously, too soon, and that will be the title. So I'm just going to get those stuck down off camera. I won't make you watch that cumbersome task. And so I did actually use some liquid glue to stick those stickers down. They don't seem very sticky to me, and I just wanted to make sure that they stay put. And now I'm just going to take those Felicity Jane sticker alphas and spell out "too soon." So I actually ended up doing some sewing on the layout just to finish it up with some gold thread. And I just used that gold thread in a couple of spots just to bring that nice shiny thread in again. And you can see those two little tree die cuts in the corner just to finish it off. So this was a lot of fun. I did think it was cool just to use those Christmas products on a non-Christmassy layout. And we challenge you to do the same thing this week if you can get into that Christmas stash and see what you can create out of your Christmas products. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out Kelly's video, and I'll leave a link to that below, and make sure you join our challenge, and let us know if you have any other challenges that you would like us to do for our challenges. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.